Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Adafruit Show and Tell. This is the time of the week where we all gather together and share projects from around the world. I'm your co-host, Noé, and joining me is my brother Pedro.
Hey guys, Pedro S, and this is the Adafruit Show and Tell. This is the best place to show off your awesome DIY projects. They could be 3D printing or cool circuit board or some circuit bending, some cool MIDI piano stuff, some cool coding stuff, some iOS stuff. Anything is game. You can join us over at the Discord at discord.gg/Adafruit. I'm going to start off with some of the Adafruit folks and then go into the community. So go ahead and jump into the Discord for some awesome banter there. All the usuals are in the chat. We'll go start off with, I don't know, who do you want to pick, Noah? Should have grabbed
We'll start off with Trevor. I got his video here, so we'll go play it in a second here. Hey, Trev.
Hey, Trev.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right.
All right. Good. I'm here to show off my boxing glove tracker. Yeah. So basically, right. So this has a ESP32S2 that connects to the internet. I have an ADXL354, so it's a triple axis accelerometer, and like a battery right here. I have some padding right around it, so that does kind of like sinks in place. But basically, what this does is it detects collision, and it measures the strength of that collision. So if I'm hitting like a heavy bag, it'll take that data, it will display it right here on the screen, and then it'll also send it over to Adafruit IO into like a feed, like a punch strength feed. So you can basically track your punch progress or your training progress. And yeah, it's a pretty neat little project. It's very easy to put together.
Cool. I got a video here. Let me add it in. Let's see. Here we go. And I'll play it here. Maybe you can walk through it.
Yeah. There it goes. It's ESP32. That's the accelerometer and the battery. It's me putting it together.
Nice. Plugged in Sistema. Very cool.
That's right.
Some programming. Yeah, I like how it's mounted onto the glove.
Yes. Right. I actually sewed it in. So that was pretty fun. Yeah.
On the for the mounting tabs?
Yes. See right there. Yeah, there we go.
I remember seeing like they use these like in the helmets too, to like track distress or whatever. But yeah, this is a really good idea. I never thought of doing it this way. So you can like keep track of your hardest hits, I guess.
Yep, that's right.
See how I guess how the sustainability, how much you can sustain that the power punch, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And
there's the data.
Awesome.
Boom. There it is. And so the project was very easy to put together. And it'll be easier for anyone else to put together because I've added it to PyLeap. And if you don't know what PyLeap is, it's a app that basically transfers projects from your device. Well, transfers from your projects from your phone to your device via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So,
yeah. So anybody with a phone can go to the website, download it, send it right to the device. It's just such a great way to code.
Yeah, it skips a lot of the
go in there, edit values and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Freaking awesome, dude. Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. This gives me an idea to put it in like other sites, like I don't know, some for the kids or something to track. As they get older, you can see like their punch strength increase, and you're like, so when not to mess with them or something.
Yeah.
It's like crap. I can't ground them no more. Awesome. I think this is you made a guide for this, so it should be. I think it's live.
The guide will be up tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Sneak peek. Sweet.
Yes.
Yay. Thanks so much, Trevor.
Thanks, Trevor.
Have
a good evening. Bye.
How cool. All right. Who's up next? I'll let you choose, everyone.
All right.
Erin?
Next up, let's check in with Erin. We'll bring you in just a second. There you go.
Hey, Erin. You got a couple of projects launched today, huh?
2 projects to show off this week. It's been a busy week. The first one is this super cool necklace. So this is inspired by the Moana movie, and I used a resin printer to print out the front, and the back is it's kind of coming out right now. It's got a nude in it. So if anybody hasn't seen these things yet, they are awesome. They're little flexible LED filaments. It's like EL wire, only you don't need like an inverter and all this stuff. It doesn't make noise. You just hook it up to a coin cell. It's really pretty cool. So I just launched a tutorial about building this thing and a super cool press fit back designed by Knowing Pedro. Thanks, guys, for helping with that.
Yeah, the kids were asking for it. They love it. They've been watching Moana on repeat for the past 3 weeks, so I don't know how you knew that. But yeah, all the songs are stuck in my head now. And now that you showed it off again. Make way, excellent. Make way.
All right. Yeah, so after you've rescued the heart of Te Fiti. So this is my other project. This is a little Neopixel cufflink, which is pretty cool too. So I've got a Neopixel BFF add-on on top of a Cutie Pie RP2040, and it makes this cute little teeny tiny package. And then I just twisted some solid core wire to make the cufflink itself and put an on-off switch with a JST connector for the other side. So you can just slip this part through the cuff, and then the whole thing just becomes a cufflink. I'm using CircuitPython code on here, and you can scroll text, whatever you want it to say. I actually went online and I found some AI-generated candy heart messages, which are just sort of wrong in the best kind of way, and got them to play that. That one says my. Or I had kind of fun with this one. This is just a cool little thing, and it's about the smallest thing I've ever made with this many pixels in it. It's got 25 pixels, and it's itsy bitsy. So it would make a really great necklace, or you could do earrings, you could do a hat pin, all kinds of stuff with this same design, because it's just real tiny. So just launched the guide on that yesterday as well. So take a look in the Learn system.
Very nice.
Very cool. I love the framing around it. It makes it look so cool.
All right.
Cool. And all the files, everything's uploaded, and guides published. Very cool. Thanks so much, Erin.
Yep.
Thanks, Erin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, next up, we're going to check in with JP.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So I've got cat pianos 2 ways here today. So I picked up 2 of these at Target. It's the main place to find these. It's a company that seems to mostly sell through them. So if you get them on Amazon, they're about twice as expensive. They're about $30 on at Target. And so I got a couple of these. Last week on my live stream, I showed this one. So the cat piano here, battery powered. It has 5 different sort of synth voices. One of them is the famous cat sample one. Let me see. So it's got 2-note polyphony. Can't do a chord with 3. It's only 2. And it's not super loud. So the first idea with this one was to add a 1/4-inch jack to it, which is a kind of guitar line level, and a volume knob, so you could adjust the gain of that. And then a guitar stomp switch to switch over to that. So right now I'm on the built-in speaker, but then if I've got a little amp over here, and if I take a guitar jack or a instrument cable there, plug that in, and then hit the pedal, now I'm going through a little amplifier I have over here. So we can really crank that up, which is kind of nice if you just want to play this thing live, but it's really great if you want to start adding effects pedals. And so that's something I showed last week. And I'm going to do a guide on this, and I'll probably do a video where I've added some effects. I had a nice delay pedal going. So that's the first sort of hack I did with this guy here. And then if you want to see the other one, head to the camera there. So on the second one, what I did was I went in, and instead of trying to tap the audio, which was what I was doing for that first one, now I'm actually tapping the 2 the sort of row and column matrix that the keyboard and the buttons are. So you can see here I've added my own set of 6, I think it's 6 columns and 8 rows, which I'm then running into a KB2040 here. And now I can use all of the keyboard keys as well as most of the buttons. I haven't added this cluster yet here, but pretty much all these buttons here and these keys are coming in over that 6x8 matrix, and then I can do whatever I want with them. So we could turn it into a button box for lighting. We could turn it into a really weird USB keyboard. What I did was the more obvious thing, which was turned it into a MIDI keyboard. So what it's doing right now is actually sending USB MIDI signals over this cable back to this computer, and then I have the audio of that piped into that same amp. So I'm just gonna have to set some levels, but I'm using this essentially to trigger some synthesizer software. Yeah, it's got really high gain. Hold on.
This is exactly what I pictured when you showed this, a death metal band doing some synth on it.
And so the power of that, of course, is we're no longer stuck with like 6 kind of canned voices, but whatever you want on your synth software. This could be a synth that you're driving on an iOS device, like an iPhone or an iPad. I've just got it doing USB right now, and I'm going to explore this a bit on the show tomorrow. I might also make it so it sends out sort of more traditional classic MIDI, which means you can plug it into a lot of analog synths and fun stuff like that. Let me see. I had just a couple of other ones that sounded kind of neat in this synth. The synth I'm using is a free open source one called Helm, Helm, and it's available for a bunch of operating systems. That's not it. Let's see. Let me find it. There it is. So it's kind of a nicer version of some of the little bell sounds that are on here, but it's got built-in reverb and echo and other effects and stuff that you can do on there. Let's pick one other one. This was, this one's really epic. It's called Elven Doorstop. Elven. You have to name your synth patch when you make your synth patch. So this one's very epic. One of the funny things too is that the keyboard, I'll pop this open tomorrow on the show and show kind of how these things run. But the keyboard has these buttons which played little canned songs, stopped the canned songs, stopped the drum machine, picked different canned songs, and changed the synth voices. Those actually all run into the same part of the same column and row matrix. So for me, they're just showing up as other keys. So I've assigned those also to MIDI. So those are just like really high notes on the MIDI keyboard, and this one's the highest one here. That's the lowest one. So all of those are basically acting like a weird keyboard. One thing I could do though is take those over and have them do other stuff, like really make a MIDI start-stop button for sequences and ARPs. Actually make this be a bank to select some voices on a synthesizer. So super fun. One of the cheaper MIDI keyboards that you can come across, because other than a little bit of labor and a like $12 microcontroller, it's all just the parts that are in there and a bit of soldering code. So come on by to my show tomorrow and we'll explore that, and I'll be putting a guide together as well for people who want a weird cat synthesizer that now plays spooky music. Or not spooky.
Yeah, that last one. Yeah, that last one we were like, oh, it kind of sounds like the Totoro, like the theme song. Or
oh, yeah, sweet little.
Yeah, so cool. Don't want to miss the show. So cool. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. All right. Bye. All right. Next up, we're going to begin with Scott. Hello.
Oh, thanks for hosting.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Scott. Oh, thanks for coming.
So, I don't know if you two have ever used a Salier, but it's like our go-to logic analyzer.
You guys talk about it all the time, though, so we kind of know.
So logic analyzer is something where you like attach it to some signal lines, and you want to capture what's happening on those signal lines, and basically like figure out why something's not doing what you think it should, or you can also measure like how long something takes. But they're a great tool if you need it. But they're getting more and more expensive because not a lot of people buy them, and some people need really, really high like capture rates. But generally, what we do is I2C, and I2C is not that fast. UART is also another example where it's like not that hard, not that fast. So one thing I've wanted to do is make it so that people could just take any Adafruit board, or in this case, any RP2040 board, and use it like a low-cost logic analyzer, so one that they ideally already have. So we found this project online called SIGROC Pico or something. SIGROC is an open source logic analyzer program. Unfortunately, the project itself is like kind of hard to like. It's not well maintained anymore. So what I've been doing is re-implementing kind of the core of it in Python, so it's easier for people to add stuff onto it. But so what I've got is a Python command line where I can capture data off of a Pico or a Scorpio in my case. And I can then, it writes the format that SIGROC does. So if I share my screen, I've got their pulse visualizer is called Pulse View. So this is a tiny window of Pulse View because I can't actually make these things bigger. So I was like, I'll just make a tiny window and you can see it. So this is Pulse View, and I could hit reload if I had like captured to the file again. But I can also add what's called protocol decoder. So I have these 4 pins that I've captured. This is just a PWM, and then this is a UART signal. So I can go here and I can say, I want a UART decoder. And it's got MIDI for JP and Podbot. And then what you do is you say, I want to select Neopixel 3. This is the name that we give it from. And then I want to do it as ASCII. And now it's annotating this signal trace with hello Pi SIGROC from CircuitPython. So
How cool.
I captured UART output from another CircuitPython board as a test. So this is a great tool for anybody who's writing I2C drivers or UART stuff, or just wants to time things. Low-cost logic analyzers are really handy. So I'm working on that. If you want to know more, I just made a Pi SIGROC Discord channel, kind of just down below CircuitPython Dev. So if you want to give that a shot, let me know.
Yeah, post.
Yeah, it's very, very handy for debugging.
Cool.
Yeah, this is essentially taking. How much do they cost? Like a couple thousand, right? Do they like?
Yeah, you can get them
bringing the cost down to. Oh, geez, and
yeah, like a Pico is like $6.
Oh my god!
So thank you. Yeah, thanks to the person who did that original firmware that I'm building off of. And
yeah,
all of these decoders are written by folks from the SIGROC project as well. So that's what I'm hoping we'll actually do more is we'll just you can stack them. So not only is it an I2C decoder, but you could also have like a decoder for a specific chip. So you'd be able to say like how often it's requesting a temperature register or like which configuration bits it's settings, sort of stuff could be really helpful for debugging too.
Nice,
cool.
good progress.
Post all the links in the Discord. This is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it should be really helpful for folks who want to get into the nitty gritty of it.
Sweet. Thanks so much, Scott.
Thank
All
you.
right. Later.
Let's see who is up next. I'll let you pick, Noah.
We'll go in the order that we have it here. Next up, we're gonna check in with Mark Gamblor. Hey, Mark. Good to see you.
Hello. Thanks. Good to see you guys as well. So I've been working on something that I actually saw on the CircuitPython 2023 post that Anne from Adafruit actually was asking for native animated GIF support. So I have a very rough draft PRN that now adds animated GIFs to CircuitPython.
Wow, that is great.
My Sillyworld is actually sitting right in the corner of that picture. You can't quite see.
I see the probes.
I was doing some work trying to figure out how to speed up the display. The faster it is, the smoother your GIFs will display. I've got some even rougher work on some ideas on smoothing it out, but this is going now about 7 frames a second, which is enough to get decent motion. But right before, let me see if I can adjust my camera. so it's just not running on one thing. I got it running
On the TV?
on. No, this is on the. Let me see if I can
HDMI?
focus this. The Matrix portal.
Oh wow.
So that's
even
the LED,
crazier.
two of the LED matrices hooked together.
Oh yeah, I see
Managed
it.
to get
I
it
see it.
compiled just before show and tell.
Wow.
This code is in even worse shape, but yeah, it works. And before you could only do this using Arduino, and I actually had this running in, not this GIF, but I had similar pictures running in my window at Christmas, and it had to be an Arduino. And now I had to, because of the size of this isn't as big as that 240 by 240 display,
Mhm.
this could run at 40, 50 frames a second, which is more than you
that's a
would
lot.
ever need.
Yeah.
And the
Is-
some of the artifacts that are showing up is just from the camera, I'm assuming. 'cause
Yeah,
it's hard to
those are
capture
just camera artifacts.
Mhm.
Looking at it beside me, I don't see them at all.
Yeah.
And there's no optimization to this GIF, right? It's just like a giant like 4 meg file or something, or
No, I mean the file size is actually pretty small because this one's only 64 by 64 byte or 60 pixels. Sorry. I'm just wondering. It is only about 50 kilobytes.
Oh wow.
oh, okay.
This whole
Okay, so that's
thing's
pretty optimized.
this is running on the M4. The display was running on a KB2040. That one was larger because that was 240 by 240. So that was about 275 kilobytes. It's reading and decoding off disk, but then storing the current frame in memory. So it's not hugely. It takes a lot of memory because it has to store an entire frame, but not an unachievable amount.
Awesome. Yeah, this is amazing progress. I can't wait to try some of this in like some future little more GIF players or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it done relatively soon, but hopefully real life doesn't step in the way too much.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, great
Usual.
progress. Thanks so much.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
amazing. All right,
Thanks
thanks,
a lot.
Mark.
How cool.
Yeah.
Right, next up is
Next up, we're gonna check in with Kyle. Hello.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Cool.
All right. My name's Kyle McCreery. I've never done one of these before. I design keyboards for mechwild.com. Not to plug that too much, but all my info is going to be linked from there.
Oh, you're good.
So we're all aware of the chip shortage. I know we all are. Keyboards, and I'm sure you're aware, based on the KB2040 being so prominent now, a lot of mechanical keyboards use the Pro Micro based on the Atmega 32U4. The chip shortage, we swapped to using black pills as much as we could because they were much cheaper at the start of it. The Pro Micro has the Nice Nano equivalent, which is a wireless equivalent that fits the footprint. Black pills didn't have that, so I designed one. So this is an NRF 52840 powered black pill pin compatible board. So very happy with this, and this is one of the like knockoff black pills for comparison layout. We just got the production ones of these in like the first big run of them. This is the 1.0, but I'm very happy with them. I have this programmed, and it's using the tiny UF2 bootloader right now, so you can see, of course, the LED come on saying, "Go ahead and put your file on." Right. It has CircuitPython support. It's already up in the downloads page, actually, on the main CircuitPython site as well.
Ooh, very nice.
Very happy with this. I haven't done any cool projects
great.
from it, but I do have support for as many keyboards as I can get my hands on right now.
Nice.
Cool, looks great.
Very cool. Yeah. Did you
I'm
put in a
very
keyboard
happy
yet?
with this. Yeah, my daily driver, which is over there right now, is actually powered by it.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, next time you come on, show it off. That'd be so cool to see.
Yeah, I'll show a board with it more featured next time.
Cool.
Sweet. Looks great. Thanks so
All right,
much for
great
stopping by, Kyle.
Thanks.
So,
All right. Bye.
you never have enough keyboards.
Exactly. All right.
All right.
Last but not
Close out the
least,
show, DJ Devin.
DJ Devin. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in good.
Okay. I don't have anything exciting this week. I just wanted to show off some 3D printing stuff. So this is kind of like an extension of 3D Hangouts stuff that you guys did earlier.
I was going to say, it's exciting to us.
Okay. I'm sorry. Well, it's not as exciting as a Meowtastic synthesizer. Okay, so these are some little rubber case feet and M3 screws, which just go straight into there. And if you know your 3D printing stuff, M3 is the same size as heat inserts. So now you get cool case feet. And the reason I wanted case feet is because I had to print this section in 2 different parts. So I have a stable base on this side and a stable base on this side, so that when I turn it over, it is completely stable. So that's just a demo. And then this is printed in the Silk PLA that you guys wanted to check out. It's really pretty. This is Polymaker.
Okay, yeah. I think we have a green one of that, and it has like sort of like a satin sort of like silky sheen.
Yeah, it's got that dichromatic kind of reflective properties to it. And then this goes there, and then this is the cowbell. So that's basically what the whole thing is kind of going to look like. So you can print you can get the files for this and then print the thingy if you have the board, I guess. I am sending out the boards, but cool. I've been working on this one for quite a while, as everyone knows, and I've not demoed the actual. JP has demoed it. Foamy guys demoed. I haven't. They're much better at talking about this kind of stuff than I am. But this one does just have the basic demo running. But I don't have that stuff for this. This is just the 3D printing stuff today, real basic stuff. I just wanted to show off that it's possible, or how you can add case feet to an enclosure. And
dude, this is awesome.
Yeah,
please post the link. I want these feet.
That make them really stable. Oh, I got a whole bag full of them.
Oh, nice.
Dude, yeah, please post the link, because I would have used the sticker ones, and I had to peel them off. Like, well, that print didn't work. Let me peel these off. Oh, now it doesn't stick. Great.
Yeah.
Originally, I had some really tall ones, and I went specifically looking for some thinner, low-profile ones, so that when it sits down, it's barely. I mean, it barely clears.
It looks good, and it won't slide and all that. Nice and grippy and this and...
Yep. So you can't even really tell when it's sitting down that it's on case feet. So
yeah, I love this.
And it absorbs some as well.
Very nice.
Nice. That's
here's the
dampener.
Inside. So there's M2 screw heat inserts everywhere.
Nice.
And then that. Oh yeah, I wanted to show that. Doing these really long holes all the way through is what allows the top to not have a hole. There's a little tiny bump there because I didn't really do it that well, but that's kind of the concept. Yeah, so that the top plates don't have any there's no holes here. Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's very, I mean, it's kind of industrial, design kind of thing, but I enjoy that.
No, it absolutely, it definitely helps, dude. Like the feet thing, you thought wasn't cool. It's like, dude, please post the link.
I'll have to post. It's an AliExpress link. Pretty sure I got these from China on the slow boat. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm sure that you can find them on like Amazon or something. I know Adafruit does not carry them. Otherwise, I would have purchased them from Adafruit. So that's kind of like a specialty item. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, awesome.
Well, thanks
for
coming on.
Great nugget there, golden nugget. Thanks so much, DJ Devin.
I thought you guys might appreciate that. So that's why I came on, just for you guys.
Thanks, Devin.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right. All right. Next time. All right. Bye. All right, folks.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
finish right
it.
on
We have
time.
about a couple seconds until Ask an
Yeah,
Engineer.
don't go
so
anywhere.
It's gonna run right into it. So thanks everybody again for coming on. We'll see everybody next week on 3D Hangouts, and don't forget John's show tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye everybody.